Peach takes a position, goes towards the left, distributes it out wide, again to Hetherington. Hetherington, long ball finds Langan. Langan keeps it moving, and Andrade goes in. SAVANNAH Andrade for York City Knights. And it's the Knights who open the scoring. City Knights shirts as well. So this is Tara Stanley then with the conversion attempt for York City Knights, the England fullback. And that just drops over the crossbar. An incredible kick.
Great kick there from young Tara Jane Stanley.
In there with a tackle for Wigan. Hetherington along the line to Field, who puts the kick in over the top. That'll be a tester for Wilson. It's allowed to bounce in space.
And it's a try. Yes, it is.
York City Knights get the second try of the game, and it's Holly Dodd who puts the name on it, and the Knights extend their lead. The wind just starts to pick up and swirl a little bit more at the Community Stadium in York. But she makes no mistake. The extra 2 points are added. 2 from 2 for Tara Stanley by the Wigan defence. Dwyer in there, helped out by Speakman. But York again with that position from Wood to Renouf. Renouf has got space for Hyde. Hyde goes through. Can Hyde get that ball down? Yes, she can. Ashley Hyde for York City Knights. And that just puts a bit more daylight between them and Wigan. The machine on the wing for York City Knights. So Tara Stanley comes up then with that conversion. Just as a bit of a breeze comes across, that doesn't have the legs, so no goal on this occasion. This afternoon for the Knights, and the Knights burst inside that Wigan half of the field. Across the middle of the field, finds Dodd. There's a gap for Holly Dodd.
Nice.
Dodd's through, she's got support. Great step from Holly Dodd. Her second try of the afternoon on debut, and York City Knights get this second half off on fire for a while now, as she prepares to take the conversion. Holly Dodd still only 18 years old. As Stanley comes in. Yeah, and that's at that distance, at that angle, for an accomplished kicker like Tara Stanley, never going to be a problem for them here, I think.
Yeah, well, they've got another great opportunity now, and obviously Wigan guilty of coming up with an error in backfield there, and Dodd now off the scrum.
Again. Yep, Dodd again. She'll be held this time. 3 Wigan defenders around her.
No, she won't be. No, she won't be.
And that's a hat-trick for Holly Dodd as the Wigan defenders just fall off. Holly Dodd, a hat-trick on her debut for York City Knights.
Perseverance.
And I just wonder again if that's a little bit of naivety coming in from some of the Wigan players there. As Stanley comes in, again, a good afternoon it's turning into for Tara Stanley with the kicking team. After the hat-trick so far. But she's held by that defence. Here's Peach, there's a gap, Peach goes for it.
She's
Peach
over.
makes no mistake. And Sinead Peach pots, the referee points to the spot, and Sinead Peach extends that lead. Lost that day to, as you would expect, a very well drilled St Helens side. As Stanley comes in with a conversion. Yeah, 2 more points for York City Knights. Yep. Tara Stanley, 5 from 6 from the boot. And it's Marsh who's holding a calf. That'll be bad news for Wigan if she's got a problem. Here's Peach. Peach has Gentles. Gentles just slips and does the splits as she takes that tackle. Peach now. Here's a gap. Sells a dummy. Does she get that ball down?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
The referee consults the touch judges. 2 for this afternoon for Sinead Peach, and York City Knights continue to dominate.
They've tried to play, as we just see the kick for goal go.
Yeah, Liv Whitehead with the kicking duties. Whoa!
Oh, she's got it. It's hit the crossbar and bounced over.
It does take a while, doesn't it, for timings to properly click and settle, and yeah, like you say about the game last week for Dewsbury Moor, and not much of a run out other than that.
Exactly, and again, and I don't know how York, what their style of play was like last year. This might be a little bit, yeah, the coach may have looked and thought, right, we need to do something different this year to try and challenge St Helens, so maybe she's tried to drill a bit more ball play into her team.
And a break coming through at the middle of the field here for York City Knights.
Look out! And
this is going to be a full length of the field effort. York City Knights going to go through. Nobody will stop them here. Right under the post.
Olivia Whitehead it is.
It is Liv Whitehead that gets that try on off the bench for York City Knights, and that's one she'll remember. Kicking duties after Tara Stanley went off. She's actually a footballer as well, is Liv Whitehead, former Wakefield player.